just answering a question with waptek, or it's more of an assertion. I'm just going to read it straight and then take it apart. Your language is atrocious. I'm shocked. My goodness, language, please. This isn't in the order that it was typed up, by the way. Language says a lot about a person. Yours reminds me of someone who uses sarcasm. Sarcasm and foul language are said to be used by someone with the lowest form of intelligence. Okay, so we'll dismantle this really quickly. Let's just talk about a person losing intelligence. None of the assertions here actually make any sense necessarily, but let's go for it. Whenever you're frustrated, you could end or become angry from being frustrated, or just angry in general, or frightened, or any other emotionally overdriving thing that's pushing on the frontal lobe of your brain. Everybody becomes stupid. We all drop in intelligence. And along with that comes cussing and maybe defense mechanisms or coping mechanisms, or blowing off steam like using sarcasm or cussing. Now that actually makes some sense if you explain it that way. Again, if you're emotionally overdriven, it gets in the way of you being able to be intelligent, much less sounding intelligent, or being able to do intelligent decisions. Now, if you go through enough crap in your life, you're able to be a little less stupid, but every one of us has been stupid for those reasons. I have smashed my own laptop, not a customer's, but my own laptop in frustration, when it was really not something I should have done, obviously. And I regretted it. And I've learned not to smash my machine until I'm good and ready. Weeks after it's been copied and lovingly duplicated, there's 2 hard drives on this laptop. I managed to jam an extra one in there just for this purpose. Making backups of everything, daring the computer to fuck up. And then, when, not if, the computer fucks up, because computers do, I quietly pull out the hard drives, double check them with another computer, because I almost always have a cabling kit so I can plug it into some other machine, USB connector to hard drive connector. Make sure the data is readable, put it to bed, don't touch it, take the computer apart, check for anything obvious, put it back together, see if it does exactly the same thing, because if I took it apart and put it back together again, that could be me screwing up, or maybe I kind of fixed it, or at least I know that there's something in there that's a variable. And if I can't get it working, like the last one, I flashed the BIOS because I wanted to put a cool thing on it, and I killed it. Well, that was my mistake. Made me cry. A little. I didn't smash it. I still have the damn thing. It's stored in a storage unit. It's sitting on a shelf with the others that are marked DOA because of me. My task, should I choose to accept it, is to go through and try to recover them just for the academic value of it. I used to be able to do that a lot because I lived indoors. I'm currently living indoors, but I'm in a different town from where my storage unit is, so I can't do that as a busy work activity. It's a great way to learn. When you fuck up something, find out how you did it. Yes, you're emotionally involved, but it also teaches you not to be emotionally involved. Being detached from a problem and not passionate means that you will almost always do a better job figuring out how to solve a problem, or at least detect if a problem needs to be solved, or whatever. Now, let's see if I can screw this up. I'm going to hit a button here. Because, again, I screw up. Let's see. Can I change this? There, a little brighter. I was told a little while ago one of my videos had an echoing effect. I'm not sure what caused it, so I'm kind of teasing it out here. Again, I want to find out what causes the failure. It might frustrate me, but I don't let my emotion, or more accurately, my adrenaline level or whatever, blind me, because it does. So when a person says, someone with the lowest form of intelligence, I talk a lot of people who are, you could call them mentally weak, but they just go for the easiest answer because they're not being maybe lazy. It's just that that's what seems like the likely thing to do. I don't accuse them of having the lowest form of intelligence this person has accused me of. No, you're not just asking questions. And you're basing it on me cussing and using sarcasm instead of being extremely emotionally driven and angry. Now, cussing and sarcasm, again, can be a sign of that. But you have to show some reasoning behind that. So the person saying that me being sarcastic and cussing is a sign of low intelligence is simply an insult at this point. However, it could be evidence that at the time in the video, I am becoming overwrought and I wasn't thinking clearly. That is absolutely something I try to mitigate. It does happen to you and me, so let's go on with it. I put up a text file on this side of my screen that I use as a set of quick notes. Like having a post-it note with the general ideas so you don't get lost when you're trying to give a speech up on stage. And that makes it to where I stay on topic. Now we're at the 5-minute mark, and I've belabored this way too much. Your language is atrocious. I'm shocked. My goodness, language, please. Those weren't done in that order. Also, the person made an assertion about the video I posted where they had an opinion. That's fine. But they had to add this in. Because language says a lot about a person. If a person is partially deaf, the dog like this because the voice is messed up. Next, I have a speech defect from having 2 occurrences that rammed out my teeth. So my speech is defective. So my language says a lot about me, I guess. And maybe some people, you'd make fun of the fact that part of my mouth doesn't work. I found out over time that part of my lip here is paralyzed. A lot like Rocky Balboa character. And rammed in broken teeth. And people have judged me for that. Judging me for cussing this day and age when it's being allowed on television during prime time, I'm a little dubious on this. But sarcasm? Shocking. No, sarcasm isn't a sign of low intelligence. So what we have here is a person who doesn't like me personally, decided to do a below-the-belt reach around. Make your own joke, I'm tired of it. Your mom. Assertion on the channel that doesn't make internal sense on purpose. Trolls say things that will get a certain reaction that they know they can control, or at least expect. It's like they're placing a bet. I can make you say something. So saying something like sarcasm equals low intelligence when it usually doesn't, it sometimes indicates a person is coping or maybe even is smart, but not necessarily low intelligence. You could say that I got angry or frustrated and that caused me to stop being able to articulate, be intelligent, that sort of thing. So let's finish dismantling this. The assertion about my intelligence is done as an insult. Equating a lack of intelligence with sarcasm or foul language doesn't make any sense, and especially sarcasm, that doesn't make sense at all. And the person knows better, unless they're very, very much in a rarefied and protected environment where they don't have to deal with people criticizing their stupidity. Next, doing this thing where you're basically saying you're smarter than me, that's something people do a lot. I forgot which law it's under, but the stupidest people on the planet are absolutely dead bang sure that they're smart all the time. Whether a person is articulate like I am trying to be, mostly because I'm fighting defects, or they're not articulate, if they proudly crow how smart they are, yes, that's a Trump reference, when they're demonstrating at the time that they're an idiot. Sometimes they're doing it on purpose, so you pointed out. Trump may have been trying to be brilliant doing that. This person might have been doing it as well. I doubt it. Or not trolling, they're just incapable of understanding how deeply, disturbingly stupid they really are. Or this person was angry at me, didn't like it, found me shocking, they said so, about my language, ignored the whole subject of the video, which I haven't brought up yet, and posted this instead. And what it was about a specific mystery of 2 young ladies who died in a particular part of the country. Some of you know which one I'm talking about. And people making an assertion that drawings or eyewitness statements only point to whoever they don't like. And the drawings involved and that sort of thing. And witch hunting, which people will do at the drop of a hat because they feel morally obligated to witch hunt because it's a personal vendetta they have. Because they're blinded by their anger, frustration, and it is their way of blowing off steam and their coping mechanism. Me doing sarcasm and cussing once in a while is a lot better than doxing somebody and getting them almost killed when they were nowhere near guilty. Just saying. And people who are very resistant to me pointing this out, show their hand. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck.